some guys that I want you to keep an eye on this year. I could give you a list of names. I'm just going to give you two guys that I'm saying if you had to buy stock in a guy, you should put it into these players because I think so highly of them. Number one, Junior Caminero, third baseman for the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, you're probably saying, I know who Junior Caminero is. He was the guy that was, jumping around the bases for Team Dominican Republic in the World Baseball Classic. You are correct. And Junior Caminero is one of the best young sluggers in Major League Baseball. Last season, in his age 21 season for the Tampa Bay Rays, hit 45 home runs. Let me repeat. In his age 21 season, Junior Caminero hit 45 home runs for the Tampa Bay Rays. Like, you're talking about, that's not just a given. Like, there's guys that go their whole careers and never touch 30 home runs, let alone 45 at 21 years old. He's going to be going into his age 22 season this year in 2026. And the thing with me with Junior Caminero, he is a guy that you can just only see continuing to grow and grow and grow as a hitter. Like, I don't think Junior even knows how good of a hitter he is yet. Like, he's still going to learn over as time goes on, like how good he can actually be. And you're going to see that batting average go up. It was in the 260s this past season. Like, that's going to get to 280, 290, and potentially over 300 the more he hones his craft. But the fact that he can, hit at that level and be an all-star in his age 21 season, like, he was really getting it done. And it was a weird year for the Rays. They were playing outside, and, usually they're fighting for a playoff spot, but they weren't, and, had a lot of guys get injured. And so people might have, he might have flown under the radar for some people, but Junior Caminero, you're going to be hearing that name for a very, very long time. The other guy that I want you to keep an eye on, and once again, like, you're probably saying, I've heard this name before, but I want you to realize how good I believe this guy is going to be. And that's Nick Kurtz, first baseman for the A's of West Sacramento and going to be the A's of Las Vegas potentially here in the next few years. But Nick Kurtz won the AL Rookie of the Year last season. I had a Rookie of the Year vote. I voted for Nick Kurtz because he was outstanding in his first season for the A's. Let me tell you his numbers. Hit 290 with a 383 on-base percentage, a 619 slugging percentage, had 36 home runs, guys, in 489 plate appearances, right? To have that many homers and that few plate appearances, that tells you the power potential and the type of player that Nick Kurtz is. Like, you're talking about an elite slugger who also hit for a high average. Of players with a minimum of 450 at-bats, he was third in OPS, only behind Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge. Like, that just told you how good Nick Kurtz was last season. And I think that's a guy who could potentially be the best first baseman in Major League Baseball by the time we end the 2026 season. Like, that's how highly I think of Nick Kurtz. And that says a lot because I think very highly of Freddie Freeh out in LA. I think really highly of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. for the Toronto Blue Jays and what both of those guys have been able to do for a long time. And I think you're going to put Nick Kurtz in that conversation as one of the best and premier first basemen in the sport by the time we end 2026. A lot of guys have great rookie years and they have that weird sophomore period where the league kind of adjusts. I think Nick Kurtz is going to adjust just fine to what the league does, and he's going to be the premier first baseman in Major League Baseball for a very long time.